Hi guys, this is Haunted Skull on Nostalgiatronics, and in today's video it's going to be quite an unexpected video for the channel because I usually kind of just go over seasonal animatronics and novelty stuff, but I thought it'd be a really good idea to do something else that's quite nostalgic to me. And this is the Jurassic Park 1993 Kenner Red Rex, and yeah, this one right here, this is I want to say my fourth or fifth one that I've owned in my lifetime. Originally I got one at a car booth when I was about 3 years old, and yeah, that one had a constant roar. I don't really remember what happened to that one. Jumping to 2015, I got a parts and repair one which didn't have the arms or the battery cover. That had a constant roar, but I learned how to fix it, and yeah, I had to put a spring in and it got the button working, but it didn't get the jaw mechanism working. But later Christmas that year I got a fully working one. I still got it, it still works fully. And yeah, that's the only one I really do own besides this one. And jumping forward to this year, I went to some antique shop nearby, and I found this for a relatively good price, around £55. And yeah, it was quite dirty, and it has a constant roar issue, which I'm going to show how to fix in this video on how I'm going to restore this guy. So it's going to be a really cool video restoring one of my favourite Jurassic Park toys of all time. Definitely one I grew up with. But yeah, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try and clean this. Like when I got this, the skin was really bad, like you can kind of see where it was on the face. I've cleaned it a lot all over the head just to see how good this would come up, and yeah, you can see the eye a lot better now. But you can kind of see on the body it's got all black stuff over it. You can definitely tell it's been well loved and played with over its time. As far as its functionality goes, I don't have a really good 9-volt battery to hook up to this, but I've attached a bad one, and you can hear the roar and the stomp sound quietly, but it is constant, so that's going to be the issue. It's got a bit of a rip between its leg there, you can kind of see it. What else? The jaw mechanism kind of is still hooked up to this because the button's not pressed in all the way. And yeah, you can kind of see it trying to open when you press the button, so I'm hoping that string in the neck might just need a bit of reinforcing, then I can get it working entirely. But yeah, it'd be so cool to actually see one of these working. Or doing a full official successful restoration on one of these and getting it back to how it was back in 1993. So yeah, I'm going to proceed on with cleaning this, and then I'll show you the mechanical repairs. Okay guys, so big progress from the last chapter of the video. I have actually took this guy apart, and it's quite interesting to show you what actually goes wrong with this piece. So once for wiring the net for the Red Rex snaps, this piece right here gets stuck onto that relay switch, and it just makes a constant roaring sound. That's basically all that happens, but fortunately the wire actually is not snapped on this. It's just became disconnected from the piece in the head. So all I need to do is really hot glue that back in place there, and it will fully work. So we definitely got out of this one pretty lucky. But yeah, it is quite a bit of a pain to get this all apart. Of course, if you just wanted to fix the sound, you could literally just hook a spring up to attach it to there, and you'll just get the button working for the sound. But I actually want to get the jaw mechanism working on this again, because it'd be really cool to actually have this fully working. So what you have to do, this upper mechanism right here is actually attached in through the gums, so you do have to actually chip away underneath to get all the adhesive off. Then you can unplug the teeth from the holes there. Then this comes out. Okay, so just before we do it, here's one last look at how the T-Rex looks from the body right here. this is mainly the dirtiest part. I think on the other side of the body the dirt will wipe off, but as long as we get all this off for now, that'll be really good. So let's put it in some hot water and we'll start cleaning this. Now the hot glue's dried on the string piece. Here's a little demo of how this works. You can see as I pull the string right here, both jaws pry apart and it makes the T-Rex roar, which is a really well put together idea in my opinion, but it's just the string really is not, you can really see how thin it is because this is the original one. There isn't actually any damage on it surprisingly, which is good. There is a spring here which I'm going to figure out where this used to go, because it kind of was just hanging along with all this inside. But yeah, I'm going to figure out where that goes next. But yeah, I'm going to give this guy a clean whilst we've got in the pot. As you can see, he is starting to look really good from when we last showed the clips, but yeah, there's still a lot that needs to be done. It is a big project, this guy is. And how I didn't break the arms, I kind of had to pull the skin off over the arms. Like there's some little holes. I did cut one side because I thought it'd be too tight, but on the other side I tried my hardest and I managed to get it off without breaking the skin. So that is also a big bonus on this. But yeah, next I'm gonna get some of the cosmetics done. But this right here is literally all the jaw mechanism is on the Red Rex. You can see there's a lever right here. Once this moves down, I'm not sure if I can do this whilst it's open, but if you press it, it makes both sides open. So literally when this is working, if you can get the string right here, this literally used to sit right in there. I'm surprised there was not actually any hot glue or anything on this before, so it's probably why a lot of this actually happens. I know the string can snap if you're too heavy-handed with it, but this one's fortunately in good shape still. So literally I'm gonna hot glue that on there and we should be able to get it working. Okay guys, so after a lot of trial and error here of getting the jaws working, we actually got this to actually work. So to actually get the jaws to work, because there's quite a few videos on YouTube where the jaws don't work even when you do hook the string up, you do have to make sure it goes through that loop, or that little hole that's right on the edge of the neck right here. Also, the spring has to be in the neck. That's mainly to protect this wire and also help spring the neck back into place when it gets bent or whatever. But yeah, I managed to get this done without breaking any of the arms. You can definitely tell with Red Rexes, you can tell that their mouths will work if their mouths are open like that. But yeah, there you go. That's after actually hooking this all up. We'll have to get a 9-volt battery to test this with, but mouth works amazing. It's probably better than my other one's mouth mechanism, which is really cool. So yeah, we've got to connect this back up now to the body, or to the legs and the tail, and yeah, then I'll probably try and restore some of the paintwork on it where it's kind of got rubbed off over the years, so that'd be really cool. But yeah, really can't be happy with how it is right now, and yeah, we'll see you in the next part. Okay guys, so here is our Red Rex after restoration here. Still there's a few bits I need to do. I'm going to touch up the underbelly paint, give a nice green paint job eventually at some point. But for this video I just want to show the mechanical repairs, because it's kind of what this channel really goes over. Because there isn't really too many clear videos on how one of these things work. So what I had to do, as you can see, I ended up super gluing this back together, or most of it. Because I did hot glue parts of it and then it looked really bad, so I just took it all off. Did it all with super glue and it looks really good. It is a big improvement from how it was. I did end up paying 55 quid for this when I got it, which was quite a good price considering how old it is and just generally how sought after this item is. But yeah, what I needed doing to it then, I cut around here, took all the skin off. You could actually take the skin over the arms without breaking them, so that's what I ended up doing. because the cable wasn't really connected, you could kind of just take the whole thing off without breaking the cable for the jaw mechanism, which was really good. Well, I unscrewed the little box which had it in, because this one actually was not broken. It was just unhooked in the head, which was the lucky way out on this, because sometimes it really can it'll snap in the middle of the neck and the jaw mechanism will start working all together. I think that usually happens for how hard you press this, or I've seen in some instances if you drop it, but I think it's mainly how hard you press this button. Limits how long this mechanism will last. But it is really cool when it's working. I think it's one of the things that really make this figure, besides from its amazing sculpt. But yeah, what I had to do, you can kind of see you do have to take both rows of teeth off a bit to actually unclip them from the head mechanism, from the jaw mechanism, which it kind of just unplugs. You may have to pry it out, but it does come out after some effort. And it's got 2 screws in the head. You take that off, and you got the cable which attaches to this pulley, which when it moves down, it moves the top and bottom jaw, so it kind of makes the action where the mouth opens. So that connects all the way into the head, and it goes underneath that little slider thing. I used to think it would go over, but when I tested it when it went over, when you press the button, it made the jaws either close or the head go in, which is really not what you want. So if you put it under, that's how the jaw does work. It started working perfectly after that. I ended up tying a knot in the wire as well, because I think it did stretch a bit over time. It wasn't worn or anything, but it was a bit stretched, because the button was a bit loose when I put it back, so after tying the knot, it's made the jaw go back to where it was originally. But yeah, a really cool thing about these, like, when the jaw mechanism's working, you can kind of tell, because the mouth is open a lot more than usual. Like on the broken ones, the mouth's practically almost closed. Like you saw how this one was at the start of the video, but the ones that have the snap wire are even worse than that. As it looked from the other side. It has cleaned up really well, I must say. And I haven't really cleaned too much of the bottom bit either. It's mainly just the top bit that was really dirty. But yeah, it does have the battery cover as well. That's something I didn't show in the earlier section of the video. It takes a 9-volt battery, which I just got one of them today just to test the electronics, and they work perfectly. I did test the bad battery in this, so that's how I knew it was working. And also how, because some wires did come off this, when I was putting it back together, I did have to use the battery to check whether the sound was working and the stomping and the roaring functions are working. But yeah, there you go. So that is a little explanation. I'll put it back, and how I put it back together. It was very fiddly, because you kind of have to align everything without breaking the arms. If the arms are broken, it would be a lot easier, but if you try and keep the arms preserved, these are the original ones as well, you kind of have to try and do it all at once. But it was easily doable once I figured out how this goes back together. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all that really. The rest is just super gluing and making sure it all looks good. And yeah, without any further ado, I'll show you the roaring feature here. I'm really happy with how this has turned out, by the way. I'd say about that much is a healthy amount to actually get this jaw mechanism to work. Any more than that, you will break the string. And then the stomping, I thought this wasn't going to work because it was kind of malfunctioning with the bad battery, but of course it was a bad battery. There we go. You kind of have to press it a lot, but of course it is like a little spring that makes contact with a relay switch on the circuit board, so you kind of, that's why you have to do it so much on that. But yeah, that looks really good. I'm so happy with how straight the neck is on this one as well. It looks so cool. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this little restoration. I know it's something completely different to what I usually do on this channel, but as this is a retro toy kind of, and it's got some kind, well, not animatronic features, but like a mechanism, and I haven't seen many videos about it, I thought it'd be a great idea to do a little fixing video of this guy, as it really was a big part of my childhood. So thank you for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.